I mean, even when we hit 10 million subscribers and I was supposed to get my diamond play button and there was no correspondence. Oh yeah, let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we got to give them a spotlight. We got to come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action. Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that fake pandering that you guys do, and when you have a black creator coming to you repeatedly saying, why am I being treated differently than other creators? And then you come back and, oh, we gotta age restricted, and then, oh no, he's on to us. Okay, we gotta age restrict them both. Fake!
See, it's not just me.
Oh yeah, Didi got a podcast.
Man, welcome back to another episode of the Ruling Class Podcast. And of course, I'm your host, Didi, back up in this witch with another video. Listen, if you're new to the show, please know your boy is thirsty to grow and to drink some of this water. You can help me out by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. But don't worry, I'm going to give you a sec to do that. Tell me out. Just hit that like button for me. I appreciate you. So listen, a lot of you all are already aware that I made a video yesterday, or I dropped a video yesterday detailing how I received a community warning and a community strike in less than 24 hours for the same video that I posted 2 different times. All right. And to this day, I don't know why I got a warning or a strike, because I appealed both situations and one of the appeals was rejected and the other appeal was granted, even though it was for the same video. And anyways, I don't want to go too much into that because I've already detailed what happened. If you'd like to know what happened, please just click this link here. But the purpose of this video is to share a little bit more about this situation because one of my subscribers, who's actually a good friend of mine in real life, sent me this video after he saw my video yesterday of this very popular YouTuber who has about almost 16 million subscribers, who also made a very, very similar complaint, accusing YouTube of being racist and showing favoritism on YouTube. So that's something that I didn't even know was a thing. And it reminds me actually of real life. You know, a lot of my subscribers, you all know that I got my master's degree last year. I earned my master's degree and I've been applying, behind the scenes, I've been applying for director positions and some pretty high ranking positions. And I've had a couple of interviews that's went incredibly well. And I've had some funny situations that have happened that I'm not going to detail here. And I remember talking to my professor a few weeks ago, and I was telling her about how some things have occurred, or my previous professor, of course. And she told me something that I haven't forgotten, that I think will be relevant here. She said, Demetrius, if you believe that just because somebody's hiring you, or just because somebody's in a high-ranking position, that absolves them from being human, then you're crazy. So in other words, she was like, every human being has biases. If somebody tells you otherwise, Demetrius, they're lying to you. All right, I'm going to say it again. They're lying to you. No matter how high-ranking someone is, somebody is always going to have their own personal biases. So they may not hire you because you're black. They may not hire you because you're a man. They may not even hire you because you intimidate them because of your charisma. And I was like, say what? She said, yeah, that's the thing. She said, Demetrius, you can go in for an interview and this happened. I've been here, I've done this, so I'm giving you game. She said, you can go in for an interview and, if you are very charismatic or if you give off the vibe that you may be more hardworking than the person that's interviewing you, then they may not even hire you. And I'm like, why would somebody who's interviewing me to work under them not hire me because I'm giving off the vibe that I'd be really good at my job? I would think that that's what they want. And she said, no, that's not always the case. She said, sometimes, Demetrius, that person will be intimidated because they feel like you will probably take their job from them, right? Their boss will probably look at you and say, hey, he'll do a better job than this person. So they'll just get you out of the way by not even hiring you. And I'm like, that's a real thing. Word? And she was like, that's a real thing, Demetrius. So I'm not telling you to not apply for jobs, of course, but just keep these things in mind because this is just a part of life. So I say all this to say, I'm one of those people, I'm a public speaker, right? And I travel and I speak. And people know me for being the type of public speaker. I have a will do, can do attitude, right? I don't complain a lot. I don't point fingers a lot. I'm one of those people, I say, hey, if it didn't work out, try to figure out another way to make it work, right? I'm not one to really complain like that, but you'd be a fool, you'd be an idiot to pretend like certain things aren't real, right? So you got people out there who's reacted to this video I'm about to show you all, who they themselves have made a living on YouTube, I'm not going to say their name, of being ultra conservative and pretending like racism doesn't even exist, right? When it clearly exists. Even they had to acknowledge that they felt that YouTube has shown some favoritism from some pages to the other. So without further ado, check out this viral clip of this extremely popular YouTuber who made this video, I believe a couple of years ago, accusing YouTube of being racist. Let's check it out.
This time, I can no longer let it slide. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. I said, okay. I get with my YouTube rep. I sent him an email. Hey, could you look at this? This is some weird stuff going on. Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression. And I'm just going to leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm talking about it. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things and the games that you play, that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Corey, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a second. They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing and they removed it. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh, great, this is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my feelings about the entire situation, feeling like there was some favoritism at play. There was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, number one, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted it in the first place? Number two, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer once you submit an appeal. Who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal? Number three, why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision? My YouTube rep gets back with me. He wants to hop on a call. We get on the phone for about 10, 15 minutes, and I tell him, I've been feeling like this for a long time. So my YouTube rep assures me he's going to continue this dialogue with the policy team and try to get some answers to those 3 questions that I had. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down. They got called out, and then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa, okay, we see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't gonna like talk about this, make a video about it, you realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube. And admittedly, I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video, and it can be the same exact video, and they restrict the black person's video, but not the white person's video? I feel I've been mistreated for a long time. I mean, even when we hit 10 million subscribers and I was supposed to get my diamond play button and there was no correspondence. Oh yeah, let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we got to give them a spotlight. We got to come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action. Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that fake pandering that you guys do, and when you have a black creator coming to you repeatedly saying, why am I being treated differently than other creators? And then you come back and, oh, we gotta age restricted, and then, oh no, he's on to us. Okay, we gotta age restrict them both. Fake!
Listen, and I feel every bit of his frustration. I feel every bit of it. Listen, there was a point in time I had about 150 subscribers, all right? So we've come a long ways, and I'm very appreciative of the grind, and I love the grind. I don't want anything to come to me easily, but I had 150 subscribers. And when I had 150, 200 subscribers, I would average probably about 50 to about 150 views per video. How is it that I have well over 30,000 subscribers now, and I'm still struggling to get 200 views on some of my videos? Now, a lot of you out there may be like, well, make better content. If you make irresistible content, then you won't have any complaints. No, you're missing the point. I'm not saying all my videos should be viral, but I'm pretty consistent and my videos have gotten better, but the views have dropped. And I've been dealing with this since I've been on YouTube. It's one of those things, it's like I didn't know existed until I started to experience it. And then I realized that other people were complaining about the very same thing. There's this picture I want to show you all. Here, I'm gonna pop the picture up here. If you look at this picture, I didn't see this until after I graduated. And if you look at this picture, it shows that there has been a cycle of many, so-called black Americans and just so-called black people in general in this country who share these same experiences, coming out of college, well-educated, overqualified. But this has been a common thing. I was under the belief that if you're qualified for a job, if you do an incredible job and put yourself in a great position in these interviews, right, you give yourself the best chance of getting these jobs and you'll get these jobs. It's not that I didn't think racism didn't exist. Of course, I knew that racism existed, but I'm saying sometimes you're just so good that it's undeniable. But I've already experienced in my young career that that's not always the case. And I want to be clear here. This is not about coming on somebody else's platforms, coming to somebody else's house and complaining about the rules. That's not what we're doing here. Listen, I'm fine with the rules. I just want you all to be clear. YouTube, I just want you to be clear about what those rules are. I want you to be consistent. Right? If somebody as small as myself at 30,000 subscribers is having these issues and have been having these issues for a long time, and you got somebody with almost 16 million subscribers, almost 14 million at the time, having the same issues, then there's something fishy. There's something going on here, right? Which, by the way, I didn't tell you all, the purpose of me posting that video 2 different times, the video that got me a warning and also got me a strike, the reason why I posted it twice was because I was experimenting. I was wanting to see if I changed the title of the video, would that sway or change, the amount of promotion, if you will, or the way that this video would be pushed out, or the amount of people that would click on the video, however you want to look at it. And it turned out that it did, because the thumbnail was the same, the video was the same. I literally just changed the title of the video within like a day and a half later, and it did like 3 times the amount of views that the first video did, even though it still won a lot of views. It was just strange. It was like both video titles were very catchy, and based on my analytics, the first video title probably should have worked better because it had the word media, it had the word Trump, but for some reason that nobody got to see that video. I had several people tell me that they never even saw that post. So this is what I'm talking about. It just doesn't make sense. I'm using this time to complain, yes, but it's also because it's just frustrating, right? There's a lot of hard work that go into this. I'm at 30,000 subscribers, and I'm still struggling to get 200 views on some of my videos, despite when I had only 150 subscribers or 200 subscribers, I averaged about 100 views per video. How am I only doing 100 more views, 200 more views, despite having 30,000 times more subscribers than I had before? It just does not make sense, right? If any of my subscribers, if any of you, whether you subscribe to me or not, if you're watching this video and maybe you understand, maybe you're a content creator or you've experienced this and you know something that I don't that can better explain this, please let me know, because YouTube got to figure this out, because it just doesn't make sense. This is not just about there's so much content and your videos are going to get flushed to the bottom. That's not just what's going on here. A lot of people just aren't able to see my videos. This is why I encourage you all, please hit the notification bell. If you enjoy my content, please hit the notification bell. I would really appreciate it so you can be notified every time I post a video. And please hit the like button so these videos can continue, to be promoted, because this just doesn't make any sense. Y'all up in the comment section and y'all give me y'all thoughts on this crazy situation, man. Until next time, hearts.
Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.